How it's going, everybody? Giving you another exciting episode with more Xenoblade Chronicles free on the Nintendo Switch. Welcome to it. So last time, because we took on the standard quest called in August, and we just brought the Fiona in the painting, just so that Stephen could just take his moment of a time to have each character talk for 23 hours and that kind. We're doing okay with that. We're doing excellent because we're just making sure this entire colony get 100% done around here. Because we need to get last of its star done in wherever we are. So we need to get this last star done in Cyber Harbor and Reefs. So without further ado, let's go ahead and make the most of it. So we want to go ahead and switch back to the playing with some other heroes, not other than, you know what? We're gonna keep playing with let's keep playing with Ino. Cause we want to keep Ino in our full party because we want her to gain extra support in defending us during conflict or battle. So we'll go to discuss. And yeah, so actually I was right before. It was the portrait of the console. I believe last time I was saying portrait of console. I was close to saying portrait of a console. All right. Well, technically I'm still getting my memory short now in my head. Well, technically, yeah. Well, let's go ahead and see what these characters have to say for a portrait of a console. Well, that was a bit of a shocker, eh? But a portrait that's deep in the painted being worth of 200,000 G. 200,000 G is equivalent to how many tasty sausages, please. Enough of that even you get sick of them. Oh, that is an astonishing amount. More to the point, why would anyone drop that much currency on it? What the use even is a portrait of K? Well, I suppose that the city folks are really hateful of Mobius, so target practice maybe? Whoa. Okay, so each character gain 100 experience points. Alright, so we can press on B, get out of our stools, and yeah, so Noah and Tayo are seeming to have a good time over there. Very nice to know. And now speaking of which, because I am trying to get one of this container, and I can't tell how to get it exactly. So I'm assuming here I gotta be somewhere around here or somewhere in between. Now I couldn't tell if we're able to get that container by any reason. Now there is a ladder up there. Yeah, this is kind of getting tricky. Yeah, because it's gonna get way too tricky to get this container, so it had to be above the surface. Now I couldn't tell how to get up to that roof. Okay, but there's like a lot to it, but just reaching further obstacles whenever we go. So can it be somewhere inside here? So how exactly are we supposed to reach higher? Okay, you know what? I'll look into that later. So hold on. Now there's another new info for Heath. Alright, Heath, what you got? New info? I heard some pretty weird things about an ether mine near the castle. They're saying that one of the soldiers is skimming off the resources to reignite the war with Agnes. I don't think there's a look of truth in it personally. I know that the guy in charge over there, Gustav, we trained together back in the day. He's the most straight-laced fellow you ever met. I can't imagine him ever going against the castle orders. Okay, so it's the one that's called Rumblings at the mine. Okay, so we had to seek out around here this whole colony of finding out where the last of the info is. So talking to the sick one, we had to polish our skills to shine for the return of our true queen. Even when Nana are still wet behind the ears, but then again, so am I. Okay, lucky guess. Alright, now moving on to find the last of the info. Alright, so first things off, we want to go talk to these two guys first. So you have revitalized my spirit, the breath of new life to my soul. I figured in fact I would make it in my mission to spread the culture Valkyrie to me. Good plan. Hope you can pull it off. Oh, I fully intend to. I'll show the world that there's more to life than just battle. Okay, so talking to us, We do want a rematch or both, but you're going to have to wait a bit. Sure, hit us up anytime. Can you give us 3 years? What? No, we'll all be past our 10th terms. So waiting until time runs out that won't do any good. Need a new plan. Okay, moving on. So we'll go back to find the info. Okay, so this should be the last info for Wanana. Well, look at you all together. I was just on my way to get in some extra training with Cultural Squad, for a rematch. Or at least that's what I wish I could tell you. I actually have been given a new mission. I'm currently chasing up rumors of underground dissent against the castle. We know there's some kind of shady business going down in one of our ether mines, but not the specifics. It seems there's a chain of commander outside of the guard regiment hindering the investigation. Goodness, sorry. I'm sure you don't want to hear about all of that. Just pretend that you didn't hear it. I wouldn't look into it too deeply, but you're free to do as you wish, of course. Okay, so this should be the last info for Rumbling at the mines. Alright, so let's all go settle down at the canteen. Alright, now back in the canteen, let's go ahead and discuss some more information. So this new standard quest, let's get that done.
This might get complicated.
What are your thoughts on this ether mine that the Heathen Wanana mentioned? But one that would kick off with the war with Agnes again? Wasn't that Wanana looking into it? I figured that she had the stuff under control. I don't doubt that someone of her caliber knows what she's up against still. What's that waiting on you? We may be on good terms with her, but she seemed very happy to divulge classified information like it was nothing. There was that stuff about being blocked by another chain of command. You think maybe she was trying to hint that she needed some backup? But the guards report directly to the Queen, who else could be pulling the strings. Well, we know her investigation to come to a standstill. I bet that the power structure in the castle are part of the reason why. That'll be why she could only talk about it in such a roundabout way. She couldn't openly ask for our help. This is all still guesswork, but it doesn't make sense. Why everything had to be so cloak and dagger, just as for crying out loud? I think it's a time we have paid him a house call. Detective Lens is on the case. Yeah, we don't want to restart the war with Aglet even by accident. Question. Where is that ether mine again? I can't believe I had to work with you. The ether mine is near the front entrance of where we enter Kevin's castle. Then that's where we're heading, just as soon as we're ready. Okay, so this new standard quest is called a Dark Cloud. Alright, so we can all get out of our stools and get ready for our next departure.
Alright everyone, time to head out.
Okay, so further in our adventure, we can go ahead and check with quest to see what's new, because I can't be missing what it says for standard quest. So it says here, a Dark Cloud. According to guard Heathen Wanana, descendants in the castle are plotting something. Go to the ether mine to investigate. Alright, so we get none of this of awards, so none of it including accessories. So we can go ahead and close all of this and talk to Gustav. Okay, so Gustav is far, far away, which we couldn't tell how to reach to, but you know what? So he's somewhere far that we can reach, far that I can see, so we can go ahead and work to whatever places we might go. Okay, so this must be the area back somewhere at camp, where we talked to each and one of these non-puns. So we talked to Bit. Castle was so very quiet before, but during time of quiet, the flame clock were broke. Perhaps they have been carrying on trade with the castle near at hand. Okay, well that explains a lot about you. Okay, so we can go and follow this trail. So let's go and take it all the way down, and we have a long, long way to reaching to the Gustav. So let's just go make the most of it. So we'll go and follow this trail. The Trail of Light, and picking up what we see, because this collectible is called Whetstone. Alright, well, still, we are picking up more of this Whetstone. And look to me, because it's the fastest travel of where we get to where Gustav is. Well, we're not too far, I mean, so he's close. Alright, well, still, I want to keep this character as a leader for today, because I really want to keep playing with with Tyon because I have not played Tyon and for so long, for ages.
Not to worry, just stick to the plan.
Okay, well I really wanted to pick up this container, but you know what? Yeah, well let's get this Malik out of the way and then we'll move on. Okay, so I'll go and lock on with Bull Rush. So someone will be so kind and use Daze. Okay, Uni, can you go use Daze? Okay, you know what? Nobody want to use Daze. Okay, that's fine. We're doing alright with that. Okay, so let's go right after this container. Centaurus, you are being really rude, my guy. Okay, well, we'll push come to shove, we'll definitely wrap this up a lot more quicker as a team here to take down this Centaurus. Okay, dude, I was so close to this container, and then the Centaurus had to the ice bite on us. Okay, it's looking for another duel. Yeah, I don't see why these enemies that are level lower, they want you to start by challenging you. Okay, we're on level 71. I mean, why make these enemies take us down in a maximum way? I mean, we take them out in a minimum way, which is so easy to kill. Okay, so we're getting here. It's ironclad undershirt and everything. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick up the Ether channel. Well, I'm pretty sure that the Ether channel may seem pretty important in our expedition. So we're gonna make the most of it. So we're gonna keep collecting them all because it's like that we collecting one of those Ether spears. Okay, it's a new DLC, and when you go out adventuring all around the Ionis, exploring to find Ether spears. Because that put in good use for upgrading, more. Okay, well let's keep at it. So we're gonna keep stepping up. So we're gonna keep harvesting more ethers. All right, so we keep at it. So we got more by 80. Okay, so we got one over there.
Good thing we found this.
And you know what? Let me get them all done. So see you right back.
Harvest this ether.
Okay, so this should be the last of the ether channel. Well, I just got them all because there's just a lot of these ether channels spreading around here, and it's a whole place. And there's still like how many? There are only like 8 more of these ether channels coming down according to the map. Well, we won't pay attention to these enemies right now because I can't have time to be messing around with enemies chasing right after us. Okay, so talking to the Gustav. Sergeant just appeared out of the blue like this, but were you happy to be in charge of his mine? Yeah, I'm the superintendent. So you're still operating even now with the flame cloud broken? Right, Picasso couldn't exactly stop providing the colony with ether cylinders. We've been scraping together every drop of energy we could find. Working flat out, we are. Changing the subject a bit, but have you heard any of these rumors that this mine preparing for war with Agnes? Ha, that's a good one. We're way too busy for war with Agnes. I see. It was the guard who were saying the info. Seemed like a pretty solid info. But guard, you're serious? Well, that's something. Just to make sure, do you mind if we take a look around the mine? Yeah, go ahead. Look around as much as you want. Don't expect that you'll find anything though.
We have some new names.
Okay, so it's gather info by the ether mine, gather info by the transport, and gather info by the storage area. Of course. So let's talk to this soldier over here. But the manifest doesn't match the delivery numbers again. Okay, so that's the one for ether mine check. So we got that one check off in the bottom. So we're just checking out in our bucket list. Okay, now moving on. Alright, so now we are approaching to this. Hold up, but I got the shiny new ether cylinder gem in here. Intriguing. Why put it somewhere like this? Okay, so we check between the ether mine. So this is the one that we gather info by the ether mine, of course. Anyway, let's see now. So there are only like 8 of these ether channels we should go and scatter out to get. So let's go and get one of these ether channels and not approach one of these cabinet soldiers. Okay, so we're getting one by 99. And you know what? Forget it. Well, we won't be bothering just collecting ether channel right now. We got enough, but 99. That should do perfectly fine. So it's not like that we have to go 100% of getting all the Ether channel if we don't want to. That's okay. I mean, be my guest. You can do whatever you want. If you have this game, you could just like go all out exploring. Just do whatever you have to do, but finding Ether channels. For changing the delivery location for the cylinders, why do these requests keep coming out of the blue? Okay, that should be the last for Ether mine check. Okay, so now we have to hold all of our discussion at the Ether mine check. All right. So I will see you right back. But there's something really shady about the gust of blue. He fit from the guard that said he wouldn't go against Castle Order though. Even so, it's hard to imagine a mine supervisor losing track of so much ether. He's very a scatterbrain person then. You have a scatterbrain. So if we're not mistaken, he's turning a blind eye to all of it. Or maybe he's really intent to restart the war with Agnes. It's not all that the far-fetched given the current climate. Either way, we should report back to him about what we have found, yeah? If he's plain dumb, we might even get to him to spill the beans. Yeah, let's talk to the Gustav again. Alright, well, let's indeed do that. So, we're gonna get out of our rest spot
Time to head out.
and head on back to talking to Gustav. Alright, so we can go use destination map, or actually, you know what? No. Well, we can't go do that. Well, technically, like I said before, I mean, Gustav is not too far away, so we can keep taking the lawn trail ahead, and we go surfing down this rope of a slope. Okay, so you can see how vertically we're going, because it seems like that Ino is taking low proportion AP, so she only got like 1 HP. What the heck is happening with her? Okay, well, no idea why, but it happens. Okay, so here we are now, getting off this rope. So let's approach. So we're getting here is more ropes. Alright, so we can pick up this collectible. So we're getting here is another whetstone, of course. Alright, so let's get off the rope.
Not to worry.
And we can ignore the auxilia. What, or was it the auxilia? Okay, so it's the auxilia, is how I'm saying it, alright. Okay, so we're going to ignore the auxilia and go and check in with Gustav. Okay, so talking to the Gustav. There you are. So, did you find anything? Nothing that particularly stood out. But we did find that the number of ether cylinders didn't equal what was in marker for the castle. They were in another place. Will you know anything about that? What? That sounds out of it. You have been skimming of them all, haven't you? Excuse me? Not at all. But the number of discrepancy is definitely a problem. I'll look into it forthwith. I promise to get to the bottom of it in double quick time. I will waste no time in bringing it to the attention of the inspector in charge at once. There he goes. It'll be hard to bring him to justice without conclusive evidence. Yeah, but it's not like we didn't achieve something. He mentioned an inspector. Maybe that's for the boss of this operation? But the one trying to defend the flames? More speculation. We allow the evidence to come to such a conclusion. If I make a move, it should mean the changes for Fort or Verbus. Let's keep an eye out for anything out of the ordinary. Yeah, and the next time, let's catch him in the act. Right, we won't let them get away with this. Okay, well, not in the slightest, they won't. No hard evidence was found, but to pay close attention to any suspicious activity from the inspector. Okay, so it's the one that's called the Rumbling at the fort. Okay, so we are increasing by 900 infinity. So let's check back at the city at the Fort of Verbus. Okay, not by these guys. Well, okay, hold on a second. Okay, so this might be it. So what's the inspector doing out in a place like this late at night? Okay, so this should be the last of its rumbling after the fort we need to get checked off. Alright, well, we only got one of it, so I think the next time, well, we'll go ahead and see throughout this next expedition what we gotta be doing, because we're gonna check things at the next discuss with the one that's called be the fort of the Verbus later. I mean, I'm not necessarily sure if I'm getting that memorized in my head, but I kind of brain farted a lot because I keep having short-term memory loss of what I don't remember about. But that's alright. Well, I'll try to get used to it one day when we go over with the discuss of what we gotta do to the chapter to see what kind of soldiers are they're up to and what kind of situation is going on about. But we'll make the most of it. We'll go ahead and settle down the canteen and go and discuss our next top priority. This new discuss problem we might go over with each character. And we'll go ahead and see throughout here on out on the next series, guys, so you don't go anywhere and you will be participating on staying tuned on the next video. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to tune in and watching this episode. So if you like this series and you want to see more of Xenoblade Chronicles free, be sure to leave an EverTastic like, share the video, and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, ring that notification bell so that you'll be still up to notified when my new and awesome videos have it on your way. So that's gonna be all it for Xenoblade Chronicles free. We'll be picking up more in the next one. So take care, guys. I hope to talk to you on the next video.